Hey YouTube, Moose Cow here, back with another recap of our game of BBR. This is a recap of the rest of round 6, so from Japan on to France. Here is the Boneyard Dish casualty bin. Fairly exciting, as you can see. We got ourselves some neutrals, we got ourselves Canadians, Anzac, they're Canadians. A lot of naval units, as you can see. Now, what went down? Well, first things first, Japan did an all-out assault on Yunnan, wiped it out in one turn, using all of his air force off of the carriers and everything else in between, losing everything except, all but one infantry as a result of that attack. Well, that doesn't matter too much. So right now, he's looking pretty close to getting all of China. He also used subs to attack and knock out the transports that we knew we were suiciding previously. So he knocked out 4 transports with 4 subs, and as you can see, we have knocked out 3 in response. The one in the Philippines remains. But that is what Japan is looking like right now. All his transports are up there in 19. Still, we're at round 7, and the Japan has not taken any of the money islands this entire game. That is the kind of game we're playing. Okay, so Japan did that. Slow Calcutta crush. China doesn't exist. The last 3 Chinese units were eliminated in Yunnan, so China just kept their money. The U.S. knocked out 2 subs, but he screwed up and he took the fighters off of Malaya and attacked 42 and forgot that he couldn't land in Burma. So instead of us fortifying Burma, we decided to let Burma go. Even though it's an NO, he'll walk in and take that, and then we'll just take it back. So right now, all this stuff here is in Shan State. Tons of infantry that were from America, and I railed some UK units in over there as well. The bombers went to Iran that had previously transported these Americans over here. Let's see. He went in with 1 destroyer against 1 sub here, and these 2 aircraft off of this carrier. The sub got a hit, so he lost the destroyer. Sub was eliminated though. And yeah, that's looking like it for the US over here. In Europe, something finally happened, very sizable. They knocked out Gibraltar. So there were 6 German infantry, and despite the bombardment and everything, Rick's roll wasn't great, and he lost 4 infantry, I believe it was. 4 or 5 infantry. 4 or 3 infantry, I forget. Let's look at the casualty bin. 3. I think there was a chip, but yeah, at least 3 infantry. Anyway, so Gibraltar was taken, which allowed that UK fighter to land on it. The UK fighter that's in Gibraltar knocked out the German transport that was by itself in 92. Then we got more ground units and TAC bombers on the way from 101. Presumably the TACs will land on this empty carrier. We'll see. We'll see. UK. Moving on to UK. So, UK continued its Operation Pharaoh Rising and reclaimed Tobruk. The TAC bomber knocked out the artillery with the target select, which was cool. The jet fighters I had in Cairo and on this carrier went and attacked the Italian naval units here in this sea zone, 97. So, the Italian battleship is finally eliminated. Crazy. A totally different game from Out of Box, where most people do a Toronto raid and knock it out in the first turn. And this battleship lasted until round 6. I love it. I love it. Change of pace. So anyway, I went in with all my destroyers and a couple cruisers and all my air force. His AAA scored no hits against me, thankfully. And then I was able to wipe out in 2 in 2 rounds of combat, I was able to wipe everything out. He scored a few hits against my destroyers and my sub. I had 2 cruisers and a destroyer left, which with the Italian Navy of 3 subs, a destroyer from 95, he took out with also their Air Force from Western Germany and Tunisia coming in there. He then sent 1 fighter to here. He is going hardcore turtle time right now in Rome, and the other Air Force went to back to Western Germany. So that's significant. And the UK also took out Morocco. That was a walk-in. So right now the only NO that Italy is making is from having Tobruk, which they're definitely going to lose. He's got no transports, and his bomber doesn't have any infantry where it's at, so he can't air transport any of them there. So Italy's job is just hang on. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Italy, like I said, I covered all of that pretty much. UK built infantry and an artillery in Calcutta. Also knocked out the sub that was here with this bomber and 2 destroyers, and of course his sub got a hit, and all my rolls missed on the first turn. So we went back and forth a few times, and he got a hit, then I got a hit finally. So is what it is. Anyway, yeah. So there's pretty much I covered Italy. Anzac. Anzac has bought an aircraft carrier. Having shipyards, Anzac has bought an aircraft carrier. Anzac has an aircraft carrier and a battleship. I love it. This is awesome. The Canadian destroyer that was off the coast of Argentina wrapped around the globe and came over to 63, so now technically that's an Anzac unit, or considered an Anzac unit. Canada invaded Argentina and managed to take it, but had heavy casualties. So right now he's got 1 infantry left, an artillery, and a tank. The Argentinians, the 4 that were there, were able to whittle down, what was it? Let's see, it was 4 infantry, 4 Canadians? Yeah, 4 Canadians. So 4 infantry for 4 infantry for 4 infantry. So that blows, but whatever. Hopefully he can take Chile real quick, but we'll see. Canada also built itself a cruiser and helped beef up C-Zone 91. So, and then France landed the fighter, moved the fighter from Casablanca to Morocco, and that 1 infantry from Egypt into El Alamein. So that is the round as it is now. That is the game where we're at right now. We're at the top of the 7th round. Only thing that's for certain happened is that UK and US are going to go forward on their tech, so we have now entered phase 3. So next turn we will roll for our tech, and so we'll have nice tech for 1 turn on round 8, unless we feel like going further if Mike thinks he can still win. So we'll go from there, and yeah, that is where it's at. So we'll keep playing, hopefully do another round, maybe even finish this tonight. But yeah, bada bing, bada boom. Let's hope we can roll the dice better.